Hello and welcome to the Showboys Newscast, bringing you all news and no opinion. I'm Mike.
I'm Nick.
I'm Chad.
And thank you for joining us. We got a lot to cover, so let's get right into it. And this is weird, but I'm not starting it off tonight.
Hey, occasionally I like to start things off around here, and it's really just luck of the draw, luck of the picks when we select our articles. And I guess whoever picks an Apple article gets to go first.
It seems like the reoccurring theme for sure.
The newscast is now alphabetized. However you say that word.
You're very close. Valiant effort. Effort.
Messed up the eighth syllable in that word. Anyway, new trailer alert. Roar has released a doozy of a new trailer. The Apple Plus exclusive starring Nicole Kidman has just set the bar high for a new anthology series. Roar will feature a collection of 8 30-minute episodes, each with a unique twist. The series comes by way of the creators of Glow and will also feature Alison Brie from Community. Roar premieres April 15th. I definitely picked this because I'm trying to figure out this hunch that Nicole Kidman is actually in financial troubles and is just pumping out the content lately, because I don't know, she just kind of came out of nowhere the past couple years. And
is she still married to Tom Cruise?
Dear, that wasn't her, was it?
Weren't they together?
I mean, this isn't entertainment.
Nicole Kidman was with that country singer, wasn't she? Keith Urban. I thought I might just be misremembering that.
She is currently married to Keith Urban since 2006. Previously, Tom Cruise from 1990 to 2001.
See, I knew it.
So she was the pre-Scientologist wife he had.
Right.
Before
she got out of there just in the nick of time. Sounds like.
And I was gonna say, just on a side note, her role in was it Norseman or Northman? Northman basically looks just like her character from 9 Perfect Strangers on Hulu as well. So I'm onto her. I'll figure it out.
Interesting.
What her deal is lately. She is
watched
all over the place.
I watched the trailer for this and it looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie. At first I was a little like, this is gonna sound terrible, but whatever. Judge me if you want. Anytime a show description leads with some sort of political statement or agenda, I automatically get turned off by it.
Yeah.
Psych.
And then I watched the trailer and I was like, actually, this looks really cool.
Yep.
So why don't you just describe what it is instead of pushing? Anyways.
Welcome to Hollywood.
Yeah. If there's anything that, will get you in the good graces of the Showboys, it's a period piece or an anthology series.
True.
So we got one of the two checked here. But did you actually watch the trailer for this, Nick?
Heck no.
Heck no. Didn't you pick this?
He did. He picked it.
I just work the desk, man.
It's cool. It's cool, bro. Because there's an article I picked on here that I don't remember. I have no memory of picking. So
nice.
It happens.
Sometimes I do pick articles after you guys pick them. I'm like, this totally seems like something Nick or Chad should talk about. I didn't do it for this episode, but sometimes I do.
I think you might.
But no, this trailer it has a very surrealist vibe to it, and each episode looks super weird, which is right up my alley. So I'll probably give this a shot.
And plus, you have Apple TV still, right?
I do, yes.
Good for you. That's something you pay for?
Yeah, a whole whopping $5 a month.
Wow. Yeah, I was gonna say
it
won't pay for HBO, but you'll pay for Apple. But I guess it's significantly cheaper, huh?
Yeah,
like a third of the price.
And to answer Ugly Kid Joe Cross, I do not believe this series is based off the Katy Perry song.
That's a great song.
It is a good song.
We got some DC news, a lot of DC news for you guys. So buckle in, hold on to your pants, and here we go. The Batman, came out a little while ago, and it has topped the domestic box office with 66 million USDs, and eyes 500 million USDs worldwide. Now, how do you get USDs worldwide? Anyways, wouldn't it be like those other places D's?
I mean, yeah. Theoretically, they're probably just dumbing it down for us stupid Americans.
Yeah, probably. The Batman is wilding out at the box office. Like I said, topping 66 million in its second week. Week 2 brought with it a 50% decline in ticket sales versus week 1, a relatively meager decline. In 10 days, Batman has already raked in $238.5 million, making it the highest grossing film of 2022. Not hard, since I love the movie, but like we're 3 months in,
right?
Anyways,
the biggest movie of the year,
released in January. But it is the second highest grossing film since the beginning of the pandemic, so that's actually pretty cool. Second only to Spider-Man No Way Home. The Matt Reeves directed film stars Robert Pattinson as the Batman, and Bruce Wayne, I guess, technically, and Colin Farrell as the Penguin, and Andy Serkis as Alfred, as well as Zoe Kravitz as Selena Kyle, and a handful of other people, mainly Paul Dano, just wrecking it as the Riddler. Speaking of the Riddler, Paul Dano himself has written a prequel comic called Riddler Year One. So back to Matt Reeves. As the Batman continues to bring in some serious cash, Reeves has gone on to announce a new spin-off prequel comic for the film titled Riddler Year One. Interestingly enough, it was written by Paul Dano himself, who does in fact play the Riddler. No story details have been released yet, but fans may be treated to the origin of Edward Nashton, who is the Riddler in the film. So I thought that was really cool, and it was confirmed by a tweet reply by Matt Reeves that Paul Dano actually wrote it. What's up?
Why change the Riddler's? That's not his name in the comics, right? It's Edward Nigma.
Yeah.
Why?
Because everyone's got to change something to put their own little twist on it. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, like, why though?
I don't know.
What spurred him to be like, oh, you know what? Nashton sounds way better than Nigma. Like, okay, whatever, dude. You change it. Go for it, bro.
Yeah. Have either of you guys seen it yet?
Not yet. I'm waiting for it to come to HBO.
We don't have to wait much longer. I think it's coming on the 19th or something.
Yeah, I think it's soon. Yeah.
Oh, dang. Then yeah, I'm just gonna do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna come over to each of your house and watch it with you independently because I want to watch it again so bad.
And you don't have HBO.
And you don't
have HBO, right? Moving on, we have two pieces of news revolving around James Gunn. First one, he says the DCEU cameos will keep coming in Peacemaker Season 2. So, spoiler alert, if you have yet to see Season 2, if you have yet to see Peacemaker, James Gunn included a surprise, again, spoiler alert. Hey, what's up, Amy? At the end of Season 1, a surprise Justice League cameo, including Jason Momoa, Ezra Miller, and was Gal Gadot in there? I know Batman wasn't there, and I know Superman wasn't there, right?
Superman, Aquaman.
Henry Cavill was there?
Yeah, he was floating, remember?
They actually showed his face? I can't recall.
No, he wasn't actually filmed, but the character that he plays, aka Superman.
Was it just the Flash or Ezra Miller and Jason Momoa that actually on camera? Okay. Anyways, they showed up at the end of Season 1, which was really, really cool. Gunn stated, I think we're going to see more connections and some other stuff as we move forward with Peacemaker and other shows at HBO Max. So those cameos will keep coming. I don't know if the Justice League is going to show up in every season of Peacemaker. That might be a one-time thing. We'll see. This comes as Superman, Wonder Woman, and The Flash all appeared in Peacemaker's season finale, like we just said. So stay tuned to see which DC hero pops up in the next season of Peacemaker. And lastly, James Gunn says he's also working on 2 additional new DC projects for HBO Max on top of Peacemaker. So like Reeves, James Gunn has more projects up his sleeve. On top of Peacemaker Season 2 and a Suicide Squad spin-off series, Gunn is also working on a surprise project. The project appears to be tied to Suicide Squad. Quote, "We're working on something else now, another TV show that's connected to that universe." End quote. Gunn hasn't been willing to share any other details yet. Interesting stuff, because Gunn makes some wacky things, and Peacemaker turned out really well. So I'm excited to see what else he's got up his sleeve.
That fancy guy.
Yep.
He found a new home.
He did.
Anyway, moving on to a very small Disney section. And one you may not be expecting.
Yeah, I did not. When I stumbled on this, I was like, "Oh, that's a thing."
Yeah, it was too out of left field for me not to click on. Jared Leto says Tron 3 is getting closer and closer to happening, right? So Tron 3, maybe a third iteration of Tron starring Jared Leto was rumored to be in production a few years back. According to Leto, the project is still slowly moving forward. Quote, "I'm a super fan of Tron, and we are working hard on Tron with our incredible partners at Disney. Just an amazing group of creative people. We're getting closer. Something may be coming sooner than later." Your excitement for a Tron 3 may be entirely dependent on your opinion of Leto, but it's hard to deny that Tron is a great franchise with lots of potential. It definitely has potential. I would like to see Tron way more fleshed out as a franchise.
What was Leto in? What does Leto have to do with Tron though? Is it just like rumored that he's in it or something, or he's just saying he's interested in it? He wasn't in Tron, the new one, right?
I don't think so.
I don't think he was either. Not that I can think of, at least.
I think he's just inserting himself into the conversation.
Yeah.
Or apparently he's working on it with Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not listed right away. Like Jeff Bridges is in it.
Right.
Handful of other people, but
yeah, what's the new Tron movie called? Tron Legacy?
Yes.
I gotta be honest, I'm like probably one of the few people that really enjoys that movie. I love that movie. I don't know what it is about it. I think it's just because I don't like the older one because it's so old.
Right.
that I like the new spin on it, you know?
It's been a while since I've seen it, but I did enjoy it when it came out. But
Yeah.
that was way before like our brains were configured for like franchise it.
Right. Yeah, true.
But hey, do it.
Yeah, I'll take more. I'll take more for sure because I thought they did a good job, but I need to go back and because I don't know that I've ever watched the original Tron all the way through. It's almost painful for me to try and get through.
I'm trying to get a reboot of reboot, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, just reboot it. Whatever, man. Anyway, we're going to move on to some gaming news here.
Surprise.
This is my cup of tea here. But the sequel to Breath of the Wild has officially been delayed into 2023. Gamers and movie enthusiasts have grown accustomed to delays at this point, but this one is a particular bummer. To accompany the announcement, we were fortunate enough to get some new game footage. The sequel is said to, quote, take place not just on the ground, as in the previous game, but also in the skies above. However, the expanding world goes beyond that. There will be an even wider variety of features you can enjoy, including new encounters, new gameplay elements, end quote. Here's hoping for no further delays. This one stung a little bit. Like I kind of in my gut knew this was going to get delayed because they don't even have a freaking title for it. We're still calling it Breath of the Wild 2. It's not, they're still calling it the sequel to Breath of the Wild. I was like, there's no way this game's coming out in 2022, dude. But I was hopeful that we'd get like a Christmas of Zelda. But
I was surprised they only say it got pushed back till 23. I was expecting only got 24, 25 pushed back.
I mean, they're notorious for pushing back and back and
just
back.
Eclipse it. Let's go 2027.
Yeah, right. Well, we didn't put a release date on it, so it can't be delayed.
Can't delay what that isn't being released.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm really excited for this game. I know my kids. This is probably going to be the first game maybe ever that the entire house is going to want to play, like me and my boys at the same time. So I'm gonna have to
buy 4 Switches.
Yeah, well, we already have 4 Switches, but I'll have to buy 4 copies of the game. So.
Of course, that's your reply to that statement.
Yeah,
actually, we have 3 technically. I have one. Both boys have one.
Okay.
First, we cannot delay that which has no date. Like, totally made me think of the South Park World of Warcraft episode. How do we kill that which has no life, or something like that? Yeah. Secondly, I don't remember, other than just more dust for your 3 Switches to collect, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're already covered in it now, so what's a couple more years,
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to another big bummer for me, at least.
Womp womp.
This is such a sad section for you.
This is a very sad section.
Chad's like, yay, my section. Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
So E3 is officially canceled for this year. The gaming show has battled with the effects of the pandemic for the previous couple years, canceling in 2020, returning digitally in 2021, and then had plans of hosting the show digitally again this year. It seems the lack of in-person components took the wind out of their sails. EA Play 2022 is also canceled, so fans will have to look forward to Summer Game Fest. The plan appears to be for E3 to return in person in 2023, which I hope. I kind of feel like this is dying, bro. Like they're on their last leg. It's struggling, which sucks because it's like a dream of mine to go there, and it's certainly in the cards to go there as press. So, I'm bummed about this. It's going to make my summer a little bit easier because, last summer I cranked out like 25 articles over the weekend of E3.
Oh, yeah.
So, it sucks.
Last year's E3, though,
it was bad.
Was a big
we roasted it like 3 episodes in a row. I feel like it kept coming up on like all our what's playing. Just like, that's bad, but that was really bad.
Right. Yeah. I just assumed that was because of the pandemic and the state of all the studios working on games, not because of E3 sucking, but maybe it was a little of both.
Yeah, and then it's just like, Nintendo has their directs, Sony has their presents or whatever they call them.
State of play,
State of play, that's what it is. Does Microsoft have one?
They have something. Yeah, they have something. I don't know what it's called.
And then EA has EA Play. Like, I mean,
Ubisoft has their thing.
Yeah, at this point, everyone just has their own specific E3 that they do on their own.
Right.
So who knows? I mean, I used to love watching E3 coverage, back, several years ago. And it would be so cool to be able to attend one in person for sure.
The divided states of gaming.
Yeah. I think it's like even last year, the Summer Game Fest is the one that showed the Elden Ring gameplay, which was like the game to show. So it's like E3 couldn't even like get that. And it ended up in. So I think Summer Game Fest is going to turn into the gaming thing, but we'll see. I don't know. I'm old and I want E3 to happen in my life at some point, but it doesn't look like it's going that way. Anyway,
we'll see. There is hope because it's just canceled this year.
Yeah, they did say that they plan to return in person, and I think that's a big thing for them to need to do it in person. You know what I mean? That's really the whole draw of it, is having this huge convention where everybody can come and they can actually play the games and talk to the developers and that kind of stuff. So it's definitely hindered with a digital only the way they did it last year, but I thought it was cool, especially because I'm not in California and I'm in Ohio, and there's no way I'm ever going to get there. But anyway, moving on to another sad story for me, because I don't even know what this is. Pokemon-inspired battle game Temtem is working towards an official release years after its original announcement. The developer had this to say, quote, "Certification is a series of processes where the platform holder reviews our game and evaluates its current status to check its adequacy to release on said platform. This is just a first step in the process of getting a game set for the platform, and will have to undergo further certification in the future when the game is closer to launching, but we're trying to anticipate and prepare for any possible hiccups by starting out early," end quote. Yeah, I don't know, Mike, you might be able to comment on this. I never even heard of Temtem, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so Temtem's on Steam right now, and it is basically Pokemon, but it is co-op. And one of my buddies, shout out Limes 314 in Discord, aka Luke. He plays this pretty frequently with his buddy, and has talked to me about it pretty kind of extensively, and he seems to really like it a lot. The co-op mechanics of this in a Pokemon-like game sounds really cool. It looks like it's technically in early access on Steam, so it hasn't really released yet. So that kind of makes sense with the quote, that was included here with this article about it. Trying to avoid any possible hiccups on release, because I thought this was actually released, but it's just early access. So I was a little bit confused by the article, but not anymore. Anyways, I think it'd be a cool game on Switch. It's $40 on Steam in early access. So
damn,
that's a big hit. But I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I just like how you cornered Chad to do this article for you.
Yeah, I totally did. No,
And
I swear,
I'm not buying it. I don't ever accidentally click something.
it confused Chad. Mike
never
admitted
know.
to being confused by it, and then I can also tell Cody was confused by it because 80% of the write-up is a quote.
Just a quote.
Yeah.
Just shoehorning Pokemon stuff into
I have
these
almost like every NFT or blockchain related article that I don't talk about, I click for you, Nick, regardless if you pick it for yourself or not.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
Thanks.
Out there in the streets getting these articles.
That's right, bro.
MVP. Got a cool new entry into the MMORPG genre, very dying little genre there. Odin Valhalla Rising hopes to scratch your Norse mythology itch. The game will be powered by Unreal Engine 4 with feature 4 worlds and prominent characters like Odin, Thor, and Loki. Quote, in Odin Valhalla Rising, players can expect to explore a vast open world environment amidst sprawling lands and mysterious cliffs, end quote. If this entices you, you can pre-register on the iOS App Store and Google Play. While I was hoping it wasn't a mobile game, this turns out to be a mobile game. But, Viking kick these days and MMORPGs could be cool.
Yeah. Did you watch the trailer for this game by chance?
Heck no.
You shut up, Joe. Vikings are not the new zombies. Okay.
I think we established on the last newscast that they pretty much are.
I actually enjoyed both. So
I was gonna say zombies never run away from Mike, so he's like, why would they be the same?
Yeah. That's true. But for the trailer, at least according to YouTube, this is a PC and mobile game, which I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, that's a little sketchy for sure.
Well,
I mean, the trailer looked cool, but it wasn't. It was like a cinematic trailer, so
yeah. I mean, but things like you gotta think though. I mean, things like RuneScape, that can be played on anything, even the new one, right? So it looks the same, plays the same, whether it's on mobile, PC, right, or console.
True.
So, maybe they're getting into some more versatile games like that. I mean, they really need some sort of, I don't know. I just don't see mobile games of all genres thriving without like a PC leg of it, if that makes sense.
that makes sense. Yeah. So, speaking of NFTs and gaming, we do have an article, and I didn't make Nick do it this time. I decided to take one for the team. It's a tale as old as time. Devs mention plans for NFT and blockchain integration, and fans react strongly. Storybook Brawl, a free-to-play card game on Steam, announced vague plans for NFT blockchain integration and almost immediately got review bombed. The nearly universally negative reviews flooded stream, and the devs seem to have doubled down, explaining the reviews as coming from, quote, small but vocal segment of the player base. While they proclaim the integration will be fun and ethical, fans don't seem to be buying it.
Dude, their dev team is like 10 times smarter than our government right now.
Right? Yeah. I mean, I still don't get the backlash for NFTs in gaming.
It's
you know our
one.
stance.
Yeah.
You know our stance on it. I'm not going to repeat it for the 300th time. And I think, honestly, card games are probably like the easiest and best suited for NFT integration. Games like Hearthstone doesn't have blockchain integration. I'm just using it as an example. But there is a game that is Hearthstone-like called Gods Unchained that I've started playing and tinkering around with. And yeah, I mean, I don't know. Card games.
It's free to play. They just think they have to pay $3,000 for a card in the game automatically because that's how the world works. That's all.
No, it's just
they think it's a pay to win.
Yeah, it's like, no, you play to earn, and then you create your own NFTs, which is what you do in gaming anyways. The only difference is you then own that extremely rare and powerful card and can sell it to somebody for actual money. How is that a bad thing?
It's horrible. It's terrible.
Why should you be rewarded for your own gameplay and hard work grinding in a game?
But I don't think that's the complaint. I don't think that's the complaint from everybody. It has something to do with voice actors and stuff. That's the pushback. It doesn't seem like it's a pushback from. What are you laughing at?
Well, because one, I thought you were joking, and two,
oh, no, I'm not. Have we already talked about this like 6 times?
Yeah, no, I know that
Okay.
that's not the complaint from people, but that's what I'm getting at is they don't understand. Like they think exactly what Nick said, that NFTs and blockchain mean pay to win, and it's really like not that at all. It's you can actually make money with the time you invest in a game instead of not. But what's your point on the voice acting thing?
I don't know. That's just what I seem to be reading the most of is voice actors are really uproar over this, and I don't understand why. Is it because people are going to be making money off of their voice or something? It seems like the talent is where the uproar on the NFTs in gaming is coming from.
I haven't heard that side. Have you, Nick?
No, I haven't. I mean, that reminds me of our dev conversation, Chad. I think we had some Discord regarding what happens at the dev level for games like this. But I think a lot of those situations are kind of open, like they're open source games, so like anyone can develop on them. But I mean, I get it. It's just new and scary.
That's probably the crux of it. I
hate any sort of review bombing though. Like when it
Oh,
comes to
dude, yeah.
gaming or
Well, I
movies.
just love that this is a free to play game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I could see people being mad about like Battlefront 2 when they like had the whole loot box fiasco. Like, they
Yeah.
want to charge us $60 to like randomly progress through the game. Like, yeah, that be upset about. But like we're review bombing a free to play card game on Steam.
Yeah. It sucks
Hasn't even
because
come out yet either. Like, at least
Right.
play it first before.
Yeah, that's the same thing that happened with The Last of Us, and that's why
Yeah.
they Metacritic moved to like 2 weeks before you could actually review the game, two weeks after release, because of The Last of Us, because it got reviewed.
Yeah.
But the problem with it is, unfortunately, now you can't even like go to Metacritic to get a legit score on a game because people are just review bombing everything. Like the Xbox people are review bombing PlayStation games.
Ooh.
PlayStation people are review bombing Xbox games. So you can't get a legit score, and you have to go to the freaking, IGNs and stuff, which is kind of what Metacritic was there to avoid. And now it's, don't get me wrong.
Us Sony people are way too civilized to review bomb.
Yeah, honestly,
we're too busy
was
playing
just saying that,
good games.
Yeah, we're too busy playing good games. I was just saying that to be, to cover my bases. I don't even know. I know for sure Xbox fans are doing it. I don't know off the top of my head, or have I seen anything that PlayStation fans are doing it, but I'm sure they are.
We're too busy destroying our own games.
Right.
Yes.
All right. I also love how I lumped myself in there, even though I technically
you have a PlayStation.
You have a PlayStation 4, but it's not.
Yeah, you're a
actually
PC
mine.
guy though. Now, if you're playing Assassin's Creed on the PC, you're basically a PC gamer.
Yeah,
you're dead to consoles.
That's the pinnacle you have to hit to become a PC gamer. Assassin's Creed on PC, and that's it. That's the title you get. Anyway, let's move on.
Valhalla.
Valhalla.
Anyways,
a new Witcher game is on the way, but the developer clarified the game is not specifically The Witcher 4. CD Projekt Red looks to follow up their massively popular Witcher 3 with a yet-to-be specified Witcher title. If CD Projekt Red sounds familiar beyond just the Witcher series, then it's probably thanks to their complete and total mismanagement of Cyberpunk 2077's launch. However, Witcher is a proven series that's even made the jump to a Netflix series. The new title will run on Unreal Engine 5. CD Projekt Red is likely looking to capitalize on the positive momentum and bounce back from the flop of Cyberpunk, which is certainly the case because I'm pretty sure they said The Witcher 3 was the last Witcher game, and then it blew up. I mean, blew up. That game was hugely popular, sold really, really well, and it's probably sitting at like 20% completion on most gamers' console of choice. So, I don't know. I'm excited. Don't get me wrong. There is a. Go ahead.
I was just say, what's the card game?
Yeah,
Gwent.
Have they already made that into like a standalone game?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah. That would be shitty for
There goes
sure
my
if they. Yeah,
that's just
that would
like
be
Hearthstone
real bad
stuff. Gwent 2.
Yeah.
Now featuring NFTs.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I need more Witcher in my life, to be honest with you. Even though like I said, I'm like at 20% completion on The Witcher 3, but
hey,
it's old and yeah.
I'm at 9% complete.
Whoa.
And
9%.
I feel like I barely even got started. That's because I really went hard on that first area. Like I was like,
yeah,
let's see if I can even complete in a zone. And I've completed like a fifth of a zone. That's
right.
9%.
Yeah.
But I'm excited though, because I feel like it's just enough. Like I have it paused where I'm at. It's just enough to where I'm really gonna enjoy the enhancement update when it comes out.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting
here.
for. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for. I know people are pushing back on them because they want them to fix Cyberpunk. In my personal opinion, I think they should just cut their losses and move on, to be honest.
Just long-term fixes.
Yeah.
Like just kind of tinker at it. Like get some fun stuff out that's actually going to make more people happy probably, and that'll be
but at the same time, this seemingly was a really good studio on The Witcher 3, and I don't want to tie them down to a game that's broken and busted and they're trying to fix for years upon years, and they don't make a new game. So I think that this is probably going to be, we're not going to get Geralt in this game. I think we're probably going to get somebody else. There's a manga that was a Kickstarter that is Geralt in feudal Japan being a Witcher. Oh my gosh,
God,
dude, don't even get me. Like, that sounds so
geez.
freaking amazing. And it did really good on the Kickstarter. So if they like follow that path, I'll be ecstatic. But they are using Unreal Engine 5, which is cool, because I think the big problem with Cyberpunk is their engine that they were using, which I think is their own Red engine or whatever they call it.
That is true. I actually read that. That is exactly why they're scrapping it, because they had to build too much on their, well, it was another engine and they built so much on it, it basically became their own engine just for the sake of The Witcher 3. And I think they finally decided they need to scrap, and Unreal 5 has the most built out.
Yeah.
Template
they bit off a little too much on Cyberpunk. So, but that doesn't really mean it doesn't matter. We won't spend any more time on it. I was going to say they bit off more on The Witcher 3, clearly, because there's like 3 million quests in that game. But anyway, let's move on to some HBO news here. 10 episodes of the Game of Thrones prequel, House of Dragon, is on its way to HBO. After originally releasing a trailer back in the fall of 2021, Game of Thrones fans have waited for a release date. Well, that wait is over. August 21st, the prequel will be based on George R.R. Martin's novel, Fire and Blood. Martin seems to be excited about the release. Quote, "What I've seen, I have loved. I am eager to see more, and I'm dying to tell you all about it. But I am not supposed to. So, okay, I am hardly objective, and I know a lot of what you will be seeing. I wrote the book. Also, mum's the word now. Don't tell anyone. I've seen a rough cut of the first episode, and I loved it. It's dark, it's powerful, it's visceral, just the way I like my epic fantasy," end quote. Nick, did you even know about this?
The release date?
No, the prequel series in general.
Yeah, because it was one of two of them. Because I remember I read the one when they canceled the other one.
Yeah, they had like 5 of them going at once, and one was going to be a prequel about the White Walkers when the White Walkers first came. And I was like, oh yes, give me that, because that story kind of fizzles out in Game of Thrones. But that one got canceled, and I would imagine it got canceled because there's no George R.R. Martin book to coincide with it. And this is just one book, so this might be a short series unless they milk it. But it looks good, dude. The trailer looks really good.
Yeah, and I was worried this was the one that they cut a few months ago. But luckily this one's kind of still getting along. Because I feel like it's a really well-timed point in time, because it's not too long before everything else that happens. So there's even going to be some character overlap, right? Or
no, it's 300 years.
Yeah.
You'll get ancestral. You'll get locations, which you saw in the trailer. You see the throne room.
Familiar names.
Totally different.
That's what I was looking for. Yeah, they'll be.
Yeah, it's the Targaryen when they had the throne in the Civil War, and lots of dragons. from the book, the synopsis of the book, it seems like everybody has dragons in this for whatever reason.
R.I.P. Mike.
Yeah, dude, you gotta catch up, Mike. Like, what are you doing with your life? Just pay for HBO. Can you do like a 7-day free trial?
And just binge.
Crank it out.
I don't know if I could watch all season. How many? 8?
Go on vacation.
8 seasons.
7 seasons, and a season a day. There you go.
Oh man, yeah, that's 8 hours. So yeah, just take a vacation.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I did that once with one of my buddies, and it was either right when his semester ended or the week before his semester started in college, and he came over to the house every day from 10 to 5 while Becca went to work, and we just played DC Universe online Monday through Friday from 10 to 5 and platinum the game together. It was the best vacation of my life.
Wow.
Wow.
So proud of you, Mike.
Yeah. Anyways,
moving on. Emiia Clarke, Secret Invasion character, has been revealed. I could have swore it's already been revealed, but I couldn't recall what I was thinking about there.
I don't know if they like revealed her who she's actually playing, but she's definitely been tied to Secret Invasion for a long time now.
I think people are having like hints and stuff at her character, but now it's revealed. So details surrounding Disney Plus's Secret Invasion series have been sparse, but now we do have one critical piece of information. Emiia Clarke will star as Veranke,
Sure.
a skull princess from Tyrank 7 province, planet San Triani. Veranke challenged.
I'm glad you got something hard to read for once.
I just could not believe I got hit like 3 times in a row right there. Just right. I was like, this has to get better at some point. Anyways, her character is challenged by King Doric for ignoring scroll prophecies. How dare she? She was banished for her trouble after Galactus, I know that name, devoured Skrull homeworld. And the Annihilation Wave destroyed most of the Empire. Veranke was seen as a visionary and elevated to queen. She declared that Earth was to be the new Skrull homeworld, and so launched the Secret Invasion. As part of this, she replaced Spider-Woman just before the reformation of the Avengers. At the climax of Secret Invasion, she was killed by Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. End quote. There admittedly is a lot about the character that I'm wholly unfamiliar to, but I'm sure Emiia Clarke will knock it out of the park. No official date has been provided, but look for Secret Invasion sometime later this year or early 2023.
That would be nuts.
There's a lot going on there. That's pretty intense.
There is, yeah.
Because it started to really piece together there once I remembered who the Skrulls were, and then like Galactus, and it basically sounds like the premise of Secret Invasion. So
it's a good job.
Yeah.
Good job, Disney.
There you go.
Nailing it.
Yeah. Hey, good job out of you. Had a few trailers on here. Apparently, I'm the only one that watches them, but I got one for you guys that you should check out. It's a little trailer for a new. This will be good news to Ugly Kid Joe Cross. A new zombie action film called Wyrmwood Apocalypse. Whether I'm 13 or 30, I'll never not tune in for a zombie movie. XYZ Films just released a trailer for Wyrmwood Apocalypse, an action horror film. Apocalypse is being produced by the same filmmaking duo that directed the original Wyrmwood, Road of the Dead. The synopsis goes as followed. Rise lives in the zombie-infested wasteland. His job is to capture civilians and deliver them to what's left of the military. When Rise captures a half-zombie, half-human named Grace, he comes to believe she's the key to ending the apocalypse. No release date yet, but the trailer is absolutely insane. I had not heard of Wyrmwood at all before seeing this article. So after watching this, I scrolled through the YouTube comments and saw that the original Wyrmwood was like getting a lot of praise and people are really excited for there to be a sequel. So I went and checked out the original Wyrmwood Road of the Dead trailer. And these movies look very like tongue in cheek, like just absolutely off the wall. Almost like if you were to mix maybe Shaun of the Dead and Mad Max or something together. Yeah,
Sounds
I don't
terrible.
know. I kind of want to watch the first one. It looks like a fun, like it's one of those movies where you got to know that they're not taking themselves serious and being campy. It's like a comedy action horror movie. Yeah, I don't know. Check out the trailer, judge for yourself. But it looks like if you want to turn your brain off, pun very much intended, for a movie, this could be a fun flick to catch with some friends.
When did the first one come out?
That's a good question. Let me look it up. I want to say 2015. I don't know why 2014. I don't know why my voice got so high there, but
2015.
Yep.
Yeah.
All
You're good at that.
Yep.
Yeah, I've never heard of it, to be honest, but I'm slightly intrigued with your comparison of Shaun of the Dead and Mad Max. Sounds really weird, but sometimes I like weird stuff too.
Yeah, that seems to be all that catches my eye these days.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on.
Better Vikings.
To better Vikings. To a Metal Gear Solid update based on a Oscar Isaac statement. Metal Gear Solid is still in production, but maybe not particularly close to being finished. Quote, "We're climbing through air ducts. We're looking for the story of the Metal Gear Solid movie," end quote. Isaac plays Solid Snake, originally a video game character who infiltrates a nuclear weapon facility to neutralize a terrorist threat. The movie adaptation looks to bring the intensity found in the games and carry with it an R rating. Quote, "It's about doing it for a price so you can make the riskier balls to the wall Kojima-san version of it," end quote. It sounds like a wild film if it ever ends up coming to fruition. I feel like this movie's been in the making for like decades. Like obviously not with the Oscar Isaacs, but there's always been a rumor of a Metal Gear Solid movie. But yeah, you got to go R-rated. Like it's like if that's even a question, that director needs to get pulled off of it immediately because like what are we doing here? But yeah, dude, this made my number one list for my favorite game of all time, so I'd be totally amped to see a movie adaptation of it.
How old is Solid Snake in the game?
In the first Metal Gear Solid, he's retired, but he looks a lot younger than he does in the rest of us. So I would say like 30s, maybe 40s. I don't know. Yeah, it's PS1 graphics, so I don't know that they ever say.
So what you're saying is, if this gets like the Uncharted treatment, where it just continues to go on, and the person they were eyeing to play the main character, ages the character they're playing.
He goes to do Revolver Ocelot, who's like in his 70s. Yeah, that could happen definitely.
Oh man, I like Oscar Isaac, so
yeah, I think he's a good pick for Snake, man. We'll see.
So we got 2 more articles for you, and you're probably getting worried about where the Star Boys might be. We only got 2 articles left. We haven't even talked about Star Wars, but. I hate to burst your bubble. I'm not going to talk about Star Wars. So I'm going to talk about another very weird movie trailer that I recently saw. And this is by one of my favorite studios, A24. Man, I'm telling you, if you're looking for like a weird, like artsy-ish, just strange, surreal experience, you could pretty much pop on any A24 movie and that'll like just fill that little hole in your life. I just watched the trailer for the new multiverse action film, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Michelle Yeoh will be playing a woman who is tasked with stopping a great evil that is spreading throughout the multiverse, and she finds herself on quite the trippy adventure as she taps into various versions of herself that exist in the multiverse. The film is a hilarious and big-hearted sci-fi action adventure about an exhausted Chinese-American woman, played by Yeoh, who just can't seem to finish her taxes. Everything Everywhere All at Once isn't the first entry to play with the idea of a multiverse, but it damn sure sounds interesting. The film is set for release on April 8th, which is in 4 days. So you got time. You got time, guys. Check out the trailer though. It looks real trippy.
Dude, it looks it looks really trippy. IGN gave this movie a 10 out of 10, and I love her in pretty much everything I see her in. So yeah, it looks really good. Odd premise, but it seems like it's getting really good reviews. So
I was on Hulu and I saw the trailer for this actually.
Whoa, you actually saw one of the trailers we're talking about?
Yeah, and it was thanks to Attack on Titan, gotta go to Hulu every once in a while and catch up.
There you go. There you go.
Is this enough to entice you to watch a movie again? 'Cause I know that's like an ongoing internal struggle of yours.
I know, and I'm thinking I'm getting closer understanding it. But I might need to save that for like an episode.
It's like a 45-minute bit.
Yeah.
Nick's on a journey of self-discovery.
Diagnosis. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think in short, it's just I can't I don't see the point in committing to characters that are going to be over in 2 hours. I need to be able to invest myself into characters that I'm going to be able to watch for like 40 hours.
So movies to you are like the small talk of cinema conversations.
Yeah, it's just small talk. It's like, okay, cool. You see that movie? Yeah, a bunch of stuff happened, and it ended in 2 hours. So real deep.
That's true. That's true if you think about it, because like in 6 months, we're not going to be talking about the Batman, right? But we will be talking about whatever show is going on in popular at the time. They got a much longer, like Game of Thrones, dude, was like 10 years. We were talking about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, dude,
obviously not on here because we weren't doing this yet, but
Impact.
Yeah, and then if you just like the Batman is like
in some other universe we were.
Yeah,
where I actually watched it when it came out.
Right.
All right. Let's take us home, Nick.
Yeah, so, I know you weren't going to talk about Star Wars, and I can't let Joe down. Shout out Joe, Ugly Kid Joe, for hanging out with us, the whole newscast. It's time.
Welcome to Star Boys.
That's right. We will not leave you hanging here without a Star Boys segment. Though we'll keep it short. Just one article here to close out the night. But Donald Glover addresses his possible involvement with Lucasfilm's Lando series. I think it's been a while since we've had any chatter about the Lando series. That was first kind of flashed before us at that one Disney event. See, even Disney has one of these events. They all got them.
They all have their like investor day things, which are now being like put out to the public. Like, anyways, don't mean to derail your thing.
No, I mean exactly that. Like you just pick your camp and then you go see the rally. Get all the stuff. Well, Donald Glover is playing coy with his possible involvement in the upcoming Lando series. It's assumed that he would reprise his role from Solo, a Star Wars story, but that's yet to be confirmed. Jimmy Kimmel looked to press him on the question, only for Glover to sidestep the question. Yeah, I have a lot of things. I like to blossom and then go away. And right now, it's definitely the start of another one of those. I have a ton of stuff I've been working on, per usual, but I've just wanted it all to come out at the same time. I feel like that's what's important to me. End quote. I guess we'll wait a little longer to find out if Glover will make the return. I'm pretty sure he is. I'm really, really sure he is, but he probably has enough sway over Disney to be like, listen, just push that out a few years. 2027 looks good to me.
Release it alongside of Eclipse.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely. I just don't. Who else would play Glover or Lando besides Glover?
I agree.
Yeah, me.
Nailed it. Great movie. Solo Star Wars story.
Yep.
Yes. Made it high on our list.
That's right. Sure did. We rank them right. Shout out Star Wars power ranking list.
So what
we nailed it.
Was old Donnie making the rounds because of Atlanta season 3?
Yeah, I'd guess so. At least he stopped on Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know if he made the full round, but probably pump out, remind people that it's a show. Hey,
a fantastic show.
Yeah, you remember that show from 3 years ago? Oh, it's coming back.
Every season number, you have to wait that many years for the next season.
Oh no, we have to wait 4 years for the next season.
Yeah, because he's got to do the Lando series in between.
Yeah, but he wants it all to come out at once.
Yeah, that's a weird statement.
That's really weird.
He's just trolling. Anyway,
before we wrap up here, let's just shout out the Discord.
Shout
I
out.
was on fire this morning posting stuff in Discord, which really isn't anything out of the ordinary. But the YouTube algorithm was like very kind to me today and just kept feeding me amazing video after amazing video. One of which is a great breakdown of Atlanta and its use of the. Let me get it right because it's
Great
like
term.
a wordy term that I'll probably butcher if I'm not looking exactly at it. Let's open this up.
Afro-surrealism.
Yes. Afro surrealism.
That's so
And
accurate.
it's like a 13.5-minute video, but it does an amazing job putting into words exactly like how I feel when I watch the show. I didn't understand why. And watching that, I was like, oh, that's exactly it. But it kind of took my reverence of the show up a notch. And yeah, I don't know. Go join our Discord so you can, see all these great videos that I end up linking in Discord because all I do is watch YouTube all day. And then after you watch that, go watch Atlanta because it's a truly fantastic show.
I got mega learned today on the YouTube. I was on all sorts of history stuff and
Dude.
current.
Dude, I know. Me and you were just like trading like old Viking rating links, and you were learning me on the Russia-Ukraine situation,
The rise of England in the 1900 or in the 900s.
Yeah, dude, it's great stuff. See what you're missing out on, Chad?
Sounds horrendous, to be honest with you. You throw some Japanese stuff in there, it might be on board, but
I mean, you could fill that hole in our hearts.
I'm going to Thursday. We will fill that hole.
Oh, shout out. I can't wait, dude. Can't wait for you to fill that hole, bro.
Once again, ending it right here. Bye, everyone. Thank you for joining us. We hope you found this both entertaining and informative. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe everywhere you consume our content. Find all the places we publish content on our link tree,
which is linktr.ee/showboyspodcast. Be sure to join our Discord server and become a member of the Showboys community to hang out with the Showboys staff and other listeners, as well as get some cool perks such as being able to see all the articles we had to choose from for this episode of the Newscast, but weren't able to squeeze in the episode. All article links covered in this episode will be available in Discord.
If you have anything you would like us to cover in more detail or include in a future episode, please comment where available. Email us at showboyspodcast@gmail.com or join us in the Showboys Discord for all the community action.
Yeah, Chad, join us.
Yes, Chad, please join us. But yeah, we hope to see you guys on Thursday. Thank you for tuning in tonight. Chad has a very special episode planned for you all on Thursday to fill that Japanese-shaped hole in your hearts. Hopefully that didn't come out as racially insensitive as it sounded to me as I was saying it. Anywho, we'll see you Thursday, hopefully, if we're not canceled by then. Good day.